Today we're going to be talking about Google Forms. So, to get to Google Forms, there's a couple ways. One way is from your Drive. If you click My Drive and then go to More, Google Forms is at the top of your list, and you can click on it and it'll take you straight into Forms. You can also get to Google Forms by clicking on your little grid, going down here to More, and then Google Forms. So once you're in Google Forms, what you get is this right here. So if you click blank form, you can go there. You can have already set up templates, but let's go ahead and start with a brand new blank form. Okay, so here is the main page for Google Forms. Um, this is how you create one. The first thing I like to do is I like to go ahead and title the name of my form. Now, when I first started doing this, I just kind of was like reading quiz one, and I called that good. But the problem is later on when I went to reuse it or when I went to make a second reading quiz or the next year, I found that I couldn't remember which one was which. So now I've gotten to where I am very, very specific in titling my forms so that I'll know exactly where they are and what they are used for. So I'll go through and I do something like this. And put in a very, very specific title so that I can know exactly which one this is. So after that, it is saved. It is now in my drive under that name, even though nothing's down. Now, when it changes it, it puts it down here. Uh, and I believe you can change this without changing the rest. Let's see. Now I change that. Yep, does not change the name of my form. So it will default it down here, but then you can change the name of what they see because when you preview this, all the people taking the quiz will see is sample form. They won't see your file name that you have created. So there you go. So here we go. We've got a simple quiz is what I've named it. And I'm first going to show you the settings options. Okay, so up here, you can go through and you can choose a color palette and boom, it'll change colors and it'll move it around. You can do custom ones where you go select an image and it has these different ones. They're put in here by categories. You can upload a photo. So you go and select a custom banner that you have made. And I have a couple tutorials on how that is done if you would like. But pretty much any picture can be just stuck in there and it just pops in after it loads and it becomes your banner. Oh, that one's too small, but you can use any picture you want. I am just going to take us back to our normal purple background that I like to use here in Gilmer County. This is the preview button. When you click this, it opens up a new tab that shows you what your quiz looks like to the people that will be taking it. So this is what my Google form would look like right now, completely unfinished. This is the settings, and this is an important area to go because this lets you determine how your form is going to work. You can collect email addresses, you can get response receipts if they request it, or you can automatically, oh, excuse me, or you can automatically tell it to always do response receipts. I usually just do this option because most people do not want to receive the email, but some do. You can restrict it to just Gilmer County schools, or you can make it available to all. You can limit it to one response so that people can only answer one single time, or you can make it open. You can set it up where they can edit after submission, and you can also set up so that they can see the summary responses also if you would like. So maybe if you do a class poll and you want them to be able to see what the results are independently, you can check that one. So you can choose any of those. For presentation purposes, you can choose to have it show a progress bar. So that would just be a little bar, like after they answer question one, it'd move a little and keep moving until they reach the end of the quiz, just to let them know if they were getting close. Works really well if you've got a set number of questions the student needs to get through within a class period and they need to make sure they're pacing themselves and moving forward. That progress bar really helps. Shuffle question order That can work if you're worried about students trying to copy off each other. You can shuffle the question order. That way they're not on the same question at the exact same time. And then you can have it show a link to submit another response just at the end. It's right there. You also can type a confirmation message like, oops, thank you for your submission. And then you can click save, and then that would be done. You can also go here to quizzes, and this is where you can turn it into a quiz. Once you click it, it'll make it a quiz. And you got a choice. You can release the grade immediately after each submission. So once they click submit, boom, there's your grade. You can have it due later after manual review. And okay, and that requires an email collection so that you can email them their results later. You can choose what they see, the missed questions, the correct answers, and the points values. You select all of that, and that's how you can set up your quiz. So that's the base. Set up your quiz. So that's the basics.